everything, and that's not true at all. But he knows anyway, and he basically said to him, "That's not true, is it?" And then he went offline and never like wrote back to him and stuff and that. So Tristan said, "Right, I'm just going to block him," and that, and you know, it might be brought up now and then in convo. Like he might still ask me questions and stuff, but yeah, I think he's over him now. I tend to still worry about it, like for future, the future's going to bring when it comes to him, Tristan remembering and stuff. But yeah, yeah. So Paul's in our lives and everything, and that, and they like seeing me happy and stuff, and
Are you kind of glad that that Tristan has done that so that he could see what his dad's like for himself?
yeah, that's kind of why I sat back a bit, because
Yeah, of course.
I couldn't really have a go at him for doing that because he was honest about it,
Yeah.
and I I thought to myself, as a parent, as a good parent, I could never like stop that. But I'm quite glad that he's seen him for who he is, to
Yeah, of
try and
course.
make him realise. And I'm trying to explain to him, it's not your fault. It's all happened. It's never your fault. It's never Lily's fault. It was just something that happened between me and him. And I always said to my ex, I said, you can always see the kids, see them when you want and everything. I still want you to have that relationship with them. But unfortunately, he just stopped paying me one day and then just stopped turning up because he was putting his other life first.
And I get that, and I get how Tristan must have felt like, well, he loves his other family, but then why isn't he, wanting a relationship with me? So I guess that I can understand that like 100%, because the thing is my dad, he well, basically he was physically abusive towards my mother. So my mum separated from him and everything, and then he wanted a relationship with me. When I was like maybe 1 or 2 years old. But then when I was about 3 years old, I had a very bad accident where I nearly died. So basically, I got run over. So I was in hospital for nearly a year, and my dad would only come to visit me like, I don't know, maybe once or twice a month, if that. When my mum needed like money and needed support, because my mum had to stop working, and then my sister was young as well, at the time. My sister was like 8, I think. Anyway, um, so my mum had to stop. I had to stop work, and she didn't have any financial help from nobody. And then my dad actually, he um he quit work so he didn't have to pay my mum anything. Um, because the court said, oh, you have to pay maintenance, but then obviously he just decided that he didn't want to pay that, but he wanted to be in my life as well. So when the time when I needed him the most, he wasn't there, and then all the years have passed, and I didn't, my mom always told me, your my dad's name and where he lives and all this stuff. So my mom always been upfront, eh, and she always told me everything. And then when I was like 14, 15, he was trying to get in touch with me, but it's because he wanted to sell the house that was under his name and my mum's name. So he was trying to get in touch with me. When I found out, I was upset because I thought he was actually trying to have a relationship with myself. And I was very upset. And I was like 13, 14 at the time. So But then he had his family as well, and I couldn't understand why he he paid attention, he loved his other family. Why couldn't I be included in his family? I'm his daughter as well. So I understand how Tristan feels like.
Mm.
It's like he can't really understand. So I'm your daughter as well, So why aren't I getting the same treatment? And then, yeah, my dad used to say that he was my mom would never let um him see us. Yeah, so the same thing. And also the we used to apparently we used to move around um every month. Like I said, oh, you move around all the time, so we don't know where you live and stuff like that, like, which is complete BS. Yes, we moved around quite, a few times, but it wasn't. He never made the effort, He never
Yeah.
made the effort. But then, especially now, currently, okay, this when this happened, this was back in the 80s. You know what I mean? There was no Facebook.
Yeah.
There was no social media, nothing like this. And now he's got no excuse. So I get Tristan's frustration. I'm frustrated for him, I am frustrated for him.
So I tried to explain to him, I said, because it's like, they're kind of better off. What I went through with him and that, I was like, he was a narcissist and a bully, and I kind of went through mental abuse with him and financial abuse with him. So money was
Yeah.
always a problem. So that doesn't surprise me with the money stopping. But what makes my blood boil is, at this present time, he's with someone, because like the CSA kind of slipped up, because he's with someone who has 2 kids. She goes out to work and he stays home to look after the kids. But because I keep getting letters from the new CSA, child maintenance, and I'm sure they send them to wind me up, but he doesn't basically work because he thinks he's punishing me, because he doesn't have to pay anything because he doesn't work, but he can look after someone else's kids but can't look after his own. But like I say, he's not working because he thinks, right, I won't work, she won't get no money.
Mm.
So he's doing it so he punishes me, but at the end of the day, he's punishing his children.
Mhm. And do you know what, Zowie? He's missing out. You've got 2 amazing kids. He's
Oh,
missing
he's missing
out.
out. He just like both of them, such characters, such amazing children. All right, we have our ups and downs. I think all mothers do, and all mother and fathers do. But at the end of the day, I'm so proud of them. And they're such good children. Everyone says how good they are when we're out and everything and that now. They've grown up to be so pleasant. I'm so like, I'm not really normally good to myself, but I am proud of how I've achieved, how they've become. I'm proud of myself, how they have turned out at the end of the day, because they're such characters. And Lilith is amazing, her progress and everything, and she's so lovable. And Tristan is like lovable and kind, and I'm just so proud of them. I know he's just like biased and everything and that, but they are amazing, and I've done that all on my own. I've never had any help apart from my parents being there now and then. So I'm just like, yeah, they're
That's
amazing.
it. That's it. And your best is the best you can do.
Mm.
I hope that whoever's going to be listening to this can take a thing or two from yourself. You're a trooper. You keep going.
Yeah, just get stronger, getting stronger. Been through it through the past, but it's only just made me stronger for today. And yeah, they're just amazing, and they're kind of my little mini best friends. Kind of keep me going. They've kept me going.
That's really
There's
good
times,
though.
there's times
Yeah.
where I've just given up near enough, but I've got them. at the end of the day. I have my ups and downs, and I do have my low days and that from the past, but, you know, they keep me breathing. I'll always be there for them.
Absolutely.
Me, and they don't need the toxic. They're better off at the end of the day.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. How does Tristan deal with his sister's condition?
I don't think he quite understands it himself, but he knows that she has special needs and stuff like that. They're typical brother and sister, fight like cats and dogs. Do my head in sometimes. But yeah, he tends to kind of help her a lot when it comes to like internet and stuff like that, and computers and phone and all that technology. Basically, he'll be there to help her. But yeah, I'm just hoping they are quite close when they're older. I tend to worry about that. Like if anything happens to me, I hope like at the end of the day he's going to like be there for her. And I'm always saying that to him, you know, stop fighting. It hurts me when I see you two fighting, because I just want him to get on and know that he'll be there for her if I'm not around. But yeah, he's quite good. He's quite a good boy, really. He does help her and stuff. Don't know really how deep down he feels, but I think it was more when he was younger where I had the problems, because when you're younger you don't understand. But now he understands more, because he's like 15 now. And he goes out with his mates and stuff, so he has his time and that, and he has his time with me, so I think he's all right about it.
Yeah, that's cool though, because it can be quite, especially when the sibling has a condition that not everyone knows what it is, you know, something quite specific. So yeah, I thought how would it how his reaction was like, you know, and but if he seems like he's helps his sister a lot, and that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Does she is she in high school?
She's in like a school where they don't move around kind of thing, but they have opened a new school where the older children go.
Right.
So, like, what would be, I think,
I
yeah,
think
it
he
would
might.
be next year. I think
Yeah.
it would have been. She's
Mhm.
13 now, so yeah, I think they go over there when they're 14 for like the older ones.
Might be like my son. He's in specialist school where he's going to be there till he's 19. So, yeah, till he's 19, but he's on one site at the moment, and then when he reaches a certain age, he'll go to a different site.
Yeah.
But within the same school.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The same here, but I don't know what it'd be like when we move, because I'm not quite sure on that, because I need to sort that out. I spoke to someone last year and they said that I need to sort it out nearer the time, because they couldn't place her too soon, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it'll work up there, whether she'll need to go to a different school at a different place because of her age. But yeah, it normally works out like that. They stay to a certain age and then they go to another area, but same school for the older children. It didn't used to be like that though. This school used to be like you'd be there till you're 19, 18, 19, and they help you from there. But yeah, they've changed it. They've opened another school now, but it's still Slated Row. So yeah.
Does she have any like plans for the future? Does she say, "Oh, I want to be I don't know, something when she grows up?" Does she have any any profession that she wants to
She's my
follow?
little, I call her my little artist. she's so good at drawing. She's amazing with her drawing.